Haha, what is up, everybody? Welcome.
Haha, what is up, everybody?
Podcast. Talking about bullshit and other things. Hey, what's up, everybody? It is New Year's, and we are talking about Island of Adventures at Universal Studios. They got their ass shut down after 10 minutes of opening 4 days in a row. And you might be asking yourself, what do you mean they got their ass shut down? After 10 minutes of opening up the theme park, they were already at capacity. They were telling people to take your ass home or wait in the parking lot until people left the park and then you can go back in. Like, what the hell? I would be pissed off if I drove 3 hours. It's basically 3 hours from where I live. And I'm wondering if this is a lot of people from out of state flying here because we are so open here that they came here and they want to go to the theme parks, but because they were at capacity, and according to Google, capacity for this theme park is only 1,900 people. So that is not a lot of people. So when you really think about it, 1,900 people when there's like 4,000, 6,000, whatever people trying to get into the park, and they said either you need to come extremely early at like 8 in the morning and wait in line, or come on weekdays because weekends are the time where people are going to really seriously want to come in here. And like I said, I'd also be really pissed off if I was somebody trying to go to this theme park and I flew from New York or Texas or Alabama, whatever it is, to come see this theme park, and I wasn't allowed to come in. So I completely understand where some of these people are frustrated. But it's not that Florida's wilding out. It's not that Florida's going nuts, crazy. It's the fact that there's so many people wanting to come to the theme park. And maybe, like I said, a lot of these people aren't the people from Florida, because when I think of theme parks, and you talk to a lot of Floridians and a lot of people who live here on a daily basis, they straight up tell you that we don't go to the beaches every day. We don't go to the theme parks all the time. That's just something you don't do when you live here, because I guess at the end of the day, when you live in a place where you have all those amenities from theme parks and all these beaches, you take them for granted and you don't go to them. It's like the people that live up in the mountains. You don't go all the way up in the mountains and go hiking all the time because you see the mountains. You just take them for granted. Like, oh, it's another day in the Rocky Mountains, or it's another day in the Smoky Mountains. That's what it is. But I believe that it's still crazy to me that there's this many people still wanting to go out and do things. And especially, I would assume for a lot of people that are pissed off that they were trying to go to this theme park during New Year's and they're not going to be able to. It's the fact that there's so many other people want to go out and do things, because New Year's is a time where people want to go out and do things, see fireworks, go out and enjoy the festivities. And a lot of times people come to Florida for all the festivities, especially Orlando, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and Orlando is known for those theme parks. So I really wouldn't say it's a mind-boggling thing that they reached capacity 4 days in a row within 10 minutes of opening, because like I said, they probably have a little counter and 2,000 people went through there in 10 minutes. How many people were there? That's what I want to know. How many people showed up? So apparently it says on Google 40,000 people every day visit Universal Studios. And it says over the last few years, the attendance of Universal Studios Hollywood has increased significantly to around 9.15 million. That's a lot of people going to Universal Studios. Almost 10 million people annually go to the theme park. So that's why I said 2,000 people going to the theme park. It's probably nothing. That's probably just another like opening day. It says on a regular basis 40,000 people show up. So am I surprised that they shut down after 4 days? They said basically you can either wait your turn and come back later in the day and see if there is availability, or just come back during the day. And like I said, a lot of these people that are probably coming to the theme park for New Year's are not from Florida, or they're not from the Orlando area. So they're coming from Tampa, they're coming from Clearwater, they're coming from Fort Myers or Dustin or Old Town, Florida, or they're coming all the way from like Alabama, Georgia, wherever. Like if I drive out to Orlando, it's like 2 hours and 45 minutes, and that's a long ass trip just to say, zonk, you're not allowed to come in because we're at capacity, right?
Sure. Business hours for Universal Studios near Orlando.
It says 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. is what they're currently doing right now. So you show up at like 7 in the morning if you know you want to get in, and you wait in line. I mean, people do crazy shit. People wait in line to get stupid ass cell phones. People wait in line to get donuts. I remember iJustine waiting in line to get a donut, and I made a video about it, basically thinking that was like the most dumbest thing ever. But people do dumb things when they want something bad enough. They'll go camp out for a theme park to open up. They'll camp out to get an iPhone. They'll camp out to get a video game. People do crazy shit when they want something bad enough. My question is, are you guys surprised that Universal Studios actually met capacity 4 days in a row? Like I said, it's people just wanting to do things. When you tell people you can't do something, or if you're in a state or a town that is on lockdown, or you're in a town and a state that says, no, you're on a curfew, you can't go nowhere, you can't do nothing, but you can still buy a plane ticket to go somewhere that is open and fun, and you can still enjoy those festivities of going to a restaurant, a movie theater, a theme park, going to a bar, going to a park, going to a gym. You're more than likely going to spend the extra money to take your family to a place like that. You might just mask up and you go, hey, I had the mask up, but it got me to a basically somewhat of a normal life, because I got to go out and at least have a vacation trip. And now that plane tickets are getting cheaper and cheaper, a lot of people are traveling places that they normally wouldn't travel because of the cost of tickets. Like at one point it was like $50 from Florida to Las Vegas. And I'm like, what the hell? How the hell is it so cheap? Because normally going to Las Vegas is not $40. It's literally like $600. During a regular time of the year, it's way more than $40. That's a crazy cheap ass ticket. There was people during the pandemic when it first started flying to the Cayman Islands and to the Bahamas for like $100, and that's cheap as shit. But I'm not surprised people going to Orlando to the theme parks. I don't have any aspirations of going to a theme park or a concert right now, but once concerts and stuff go back to normal, where you don't have to wear a mask, you don't have to social distance, you can't mosh pit, you can't crowd surf, you can't crazy go ape ship crazy, then I'm not gonna go. But once you can go back to being basically normal again, then your boy will start going to concerts and start going to shows again and start going out and doing things again. But for now, I just hang out in my own town, go to the gym, go to work, hang out with family every now and then, and that's it. But for them to tell us it was 3 days in a row or 4 days in a row that it's closed, it met capacity, I'm not surprised. But like I said, guys, it's so crazy. Like I said, I can go right now, just type in Vegas, right? And you type in a flight, and the cheapest flight, if you want to fly in bogus ass Spirit Airlines, which is basically horrible. It's like a Greyhound bus, but for the airlines, it's $74. But it's 5 hours and 17 minutes, and you can leave on January 7th. So the most expensive flight, yeah, these are all cheap ass flights, Frontier and Spirit. If you look at like a really good airline, it's probably going to cost a lot more, like Delta. Delta is $445 round trip. So here's the thing: would you rather spend $77 round trip, or spend basically $450 to go round trip? More than likely, the $450 is a normal flight, and that leaves at 6 a.m. and you get there at 9 a.m. But the thing about it is, you're going to get more comfort, more amenities. It says one stop in to Atlanta, then Atlanta to Las Vegas. But the thing about it is, like I said, You get these cheap ass airlines like Frontier or Spirit. The problem with these airlines is they say it's like roll call basically. Like you can show up, and if there's room on the plane, we can let you fly. But it's what the hell? It says that $77 ticket is 14 hours and 20 minutes. See, that's how they get you. Zonk. They get you. It says you have a 7-hour layover. What? Who the hell? What's this? Where's the layover? You got a 7-hour layover in Atlanta. So you leave at 11. This one says you leave at 11 p.m. and you don't get to Las Vegas till 8 the next morning. What? Who the hell are you to tell me I'm getting a 14-hour flight? But that's how they do it. Now I just refreshed it. You can get it for $76, and it's a 12-hour flight with a 7-hour layover. That's the problem with these Frontiers. They will give you like a stupid layover. Like you want to fly from, let's say, New York to London, they'll allow you to do that for next to nothing. But you got like that long ass layover. It says you can go from Orlando, Florida right now to New York City for $30. What? That is the most bonkers shit I've ever seen. $30 to go to New York. What the hell? See, and I've never seen these cheap ass flights. If I really wanted to travel to New York and see New York for what it is, because I have never seen New York and I've always wanted to, you can go for $30. That's stupid. That is so stupid. You could even fly on like American Airlines for $105, but it's because I think New York is more locked down. Let's see if I go to X. Just giving you guys an example. It's $74 to go non-stop from Orlando to Las Vegas or to Los Angeles. $71 plus tax, so you're probably spending $100 to go round trip. Normally, that would be like a $700 flight. That's like I'm saying. People right now are flying everywhere. They don't give a damn. They'll fly wherever they want. This is even crazier. You think about it. The Bahamas is like a cool place to go. Like I enjoyed it when I went there, and you can go for $150 right now to Nassau, Bahamas, and go there for a couple of days. That's the craziest thing. But that's crazy right now that you can go for $33 to New York City. Arizona to go see your family if I wanted to, $100. That is stupidly crazy. But that's why I see on Instagram and see all these Instagrammers, they're traveling still. They're going places. They're just putting their mask on and they're going. They don't give a damn. They're like, hey, I want to go see my friends. I want to go see my family. And they're going. So now that you heard what happened in Orlando with the theme park, are you not surprised or are you surprised? And one last thing, if you can go from Orlando, Florida to Las Vegas for $33, would you hop on that plane? Would you be like, oh shit, I can go travel right now? Would you do it right now during the pandemic, or would you say, no, I'm not going to go even though the flights are cheap? Because honestly, this is probably the best time to travel, even though you might get the coronavirus. The coronavirus. This shit's getting real. Coronavirus. What is that? Who does that? Is that Cardi B saying that? Coronavirus. The shit's getting real. No, but seriously, man, that's crazy to me. What the hell? It says cheap flights from Las Vegas to Texas on kayak.com, $18. You can't write this shit. You can't even write this shit. $18. That's less money than I put in my gas tank today. Just like an hour ago. It says let's just say you want to go change. Let's just say you want to go, let's just say, for example, March 1st to Texas. Yeah, let's just say to, Las Vegas. And you want to go to Texas. And you want to go till the 11th of March. Just say, what's the price tag on that shoot? $100. That's still crazy. I don't even know, man. I really want to travel. I really want to see things, but I don't know if I'd want to do it right now. Like if I did, I'd probably do it by myself. Just go somewhere, see the place, and then get out. But for $20, that's the craziest thing I've ever seen. But yeah, man, I'm just enjoying today. Today is December 31st, 2020. It is 10:50 at night. We got about an hour and a half until the new year rolls in, and 2021 is going to be another crap shoot. I think it's going to be really shitty until around June, and then it's going to start trickling down back to something normal and back to something what we call normal, where we could still go out and do things a little bit normal without worrying about getting sick or freaking out about things. But as always, guys, let me know what you guys think of today's video. Did you like the fact that I was just explaining to you guys that you could travel for basically next to nothing? You can the capacity of the theme park was 1,900, and it filled up within 10 minutes. That's just crazy. I just want to know how many people were sent away. They literally had to get like the fire marshal to say, hey, so people, we're at capacity. They should have put a thing when you buy the ticket. Because what about the people that pre-ordered tickets ahead of time and they go to the theme park, and the theme park is like, oh, when you get up to the front of the gate, and they're like, oh, we're at capacity. It's like, do they offer you a refund? Do they tell you to come back at a certain time? Or how's that work? Because I definitely think people are going to be pissed off, because a lot of people pre-order their tickets when they're traveling, and especially when they're coming from one city to another. They're not just ordering them at the gate. They're paying them ahead of time. I think you can buy tickets ahead of time, if I'm not mistaken, but that's just crazy. After 10 minutes? Whew. So as always, that's been another episode of the Daily Grind podcast, and we'll see you guys in the next one. That's just crazy. $20 from Vegas to Texas. Psh. Zonk.